welcome back to our course, Network Theory and Transmission Line. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss about the conductance parameters or G parameters. So by the end of this lecture, we are going to obtain the expressions for G parameters, and you are going to know the G parameter equations, and you are going to make the equivalent circuit for from the equations of G parameters. So coming to the G parameters are transconductance parameters, is also known as the inverse hybrid parameters. In the previous lecture, we have discussed about the hybrid parameters, where we said we are going to use these hybrid parameters in the modeling of the bipolar junction transistors, especially in the design of amplifiers. So where we are going to obtain the relationship between the voltage and currents in a two-port network with the help of the impedance parameters, Y parameters, and the voltage ratios, current ratios. So this is known as the hybrid parameters, that is the inverse hybrid parameters. Why? Because we are going to have in these G parameters, we are going to have the impedance parameters, we are going to have the impedance, we are going to obtain the impedance parameters, Y parameters, we are going to have the voltage ratio, we are going to have the current ratio also. So similar to the H parameters, these are widely or extensively used in the modeling of the bipolar junction transistor circuits, especially in the design of the amplifiers like common base amplifier design, right? So this is the convention two-port network which we are going to consider for getting the G parameters, where in the two-port network where we are going to have four variables. One is the V1 and I1 as the input variables, and V2 and I2 as the output variables. So that means here V1 is the input voltage, I1 is the current, and I2 and V2 are the output voltages and currents. So coming to this, for obtaining the G parameters, so previously we have considered V2 and I1. V2 and I1. V2 and I1 as dependent. Sorry, independent in the H parameter model. In obtaining the H parameters, we have considered V2 and I1 as the independent and V1 and I2 as the dependent. But as the G parameters are also known as the inverse hybrid, inverse means is the now we are considering this dependent variables as the independent and the independent variables as the dependent. So if you want to obtain the H parameters from this here we have considered in the G parameters V1 and I2 as the independent, but in the H parameters V1 and I2 is going to be the dependent, right? So using this combination you are going to obtain the G parameters. So obviously every time the coefficients of the independent variables is going to be the G parameters. What is the independent variables here? V1 and I2 as the independent variables. So from the coefficients of these independent variables V1 and I2, we are going to have to obtain the G parameters. So that means in this two-port network, if you want to consider, so in this here as V1 and I2 as the independent variables in the sense here. So here you are going to that the input side you are going to connect a voltage source. Input side you are going to connect a voltage source here, and the output side you are going to connect a current source. So that is the meaning of the independent variables. So now, so using that, these are the dependent variables where you are going to obtain the expression. That means you are going to measure the current at this point and the voltage at this point. So one port you are going to give the voltage as the input, and the other port you are going to give the current as the input, and here you are going to measure the current, and here you are going to measure the voltage. So now in the matrix form, if we want to represent the equations of the G parameters, we can write as the dependent variables I1 and V2. So I1 and V2 are the dependent variables here, and we know that this is the column matrix I1 and V2, and the independent variables V1 and I2 is going to be one column matrix. In between, to obtain the G parameters, here you are going to consider the square matrix. So where you are going to have the G11, G12, G21 and G22. So these are nothing but your conductance parameters are inverse hybrid parameters are G parameters. Right? So from this, if you want to get the equations for this governing equations for the G parameters, that is nothing but the conductance parameters, you can obtain like I1 is equal to, you can obtain like I1 is equal to, this is the I1, which is equal to G11 into V1, G11 into V1 plus G12 into I2, G12 into I2, and V2 is equal to G21 into V1 plus G22 into I2. So these two are going to be our governing equations for the G parameters. So using these two equations only, we are going to obtain the conductance parameter, that is the G11, G12, G21 and G22. So for this, to obtain the G11, here you can see either one of the port should be open or short circuited. So here if you want to consider here from the equations, you can see to obtain this parameter G11 and G21, where the coefficients of the G11 and G21 are nothing but the coefficients of the input voltage V1. So we are going to obtain, we are going to make the I2 is equal to 0. That means I2 is equal to 0 in the sense output port is going to be the open circuit. Output port is going to be the open circuit here. To obtain the G12 and G22 here. So to obtain these coefficients, which are nothing but the coefficients of the output current I2, you have to make this input port, that is the V1, which is equal to 0. That means input port as short circuited. So by making this, we are going to obtain the parameters, that is G11, G12, G21 and G22. Right. So from this, the individual H parameters for a given network, as we discussed here, we are going to obtain using the output port as open circuit and input port as short circuit. Why input port as short circuit? Because V1 should be made as 0 to obtain the G12 and G22, and to obtain the G11 and G21, we have to make the I2 is equal to 0. First, let us obtain the parameters G11 and G21. How to obtain this G11 and G21? So to make output port as open circuit. When you make the output port as open circuit, that is here, if you consider a two-port network, when you make the output port as open circuit, so as here, you are going to measure the I1 and V2, and you are going to connect the voltage source here. Here you are going to connect the voltage source, and here you are going to connect the current source because it is the I2 here. You are going to connect the current source here. You are going to connect the current source, and you are going to measure the I1 over here, and you are going to measure the V2 over here. Right? So now, and we made I2 is equal to 0. That means this is going to be the open circuit. So that means here, this is not going to be there here. So this is open circuit. So when this is open circuit, this I2 is going to be equal to 0. If I2 is going to be equal to 0, then obviously we are going to obtain the values for G11 and G21. We're going to obtain the values for G11 and G21. So G11 from this, the first equation, if we make this I2 is equal to 0, that means this is going to be equal to 0. If this is 0, obviously from this equation I1 is equal to G11 into V1, we can obtain the G11 as I1 divided by V1. I1 divided by V1 at I2 is equal to 0. So you can see this I by V. I by V is nothing but the admittance. As both I1 and V1 corresponds to the input side, so it is nothing but the input admittance, and we made I2 is equal to 0, which is nothing but the open circuit. That means it is nothing but the open circuit input impedance, which is nothing but the same equation we have obtained in the Y parameters. That means we can write Y11 is equal to G11. Y11 is equal to G11. So because here at when we obtain the Y11, similarly there also we made this I2 is equal to 0 and we have obtained the Y11. So this is nothing but I1 by V1, which is nothing but the open circuit input impedance. Now similarly G21. So to obtain the G21 over here, you can see again we made I2 is equal to 0 in the second equation. This term is going to be equal to 0. So then we are going to have V2 is equal to G21 into V1. So when V2 is equal to G21 into V1, obviously here you can see the G21 is going to be equal to V2 by V1. So this is nothing but the voltage to the voltage. So that means it is G21 is a dimensionless parameter. G21 is a dimensionless parameter and it is nothing but V2 by V1. That means it is nothing but the voltage, output voltage to the input voltage. That means it is going to give the transfer function. So which transfer function here? This transfer function is also known as the voltage gain. So output voltage to the input voltage is always can be remembered as the voltage gain. And this is nothing but as the output to the input. That means it is known as the forward voltage gain. Forward voltage gain. And we got this forward voltage gain by open circuiting the output port. That is nothing but the I2 is equal to 0. That means it is known as the open circuit. It is known as the open circuit forward voltage gain. Open circuit forward voltage gain. And if you want to express this one, so we have already obtained the parameters, the Z21 and Z11. So this is nothing but the ratio of the Z21 to the Z11. So we know that Z11 is nothing but Z11 is nothing but the V1 by I1, and Z21 is nothing but the, what is Z21? Z21 is nothing but the, so let us write this one. V2, Z21 is nothing but the V2 by I1. Z21 is nothing but the V2 by I1 and Z11 is nothing but the V1 by I1. If we divide these two, obviously we are going to have V2 by V1. So if you want to write Z21, we already obtained in the Z parameters, that is nothing but the V2 by impedance parameters, V2 by I1. I am writing here V2 by I1 divided by, what is this Z11? Z11 is nothing but the V1 by I1. V1 by I1. So here, this denominator is going to get cancelled and this denominator is going to get cancelled, and we are going to have which is equal to V2 by V1. V2 by V1, which is nothing but the open circuit forward voltage gain. Open circuit forward voltage gain. So, and it is nothing but the Z21 divided by Z11. So that means we can write G21 is going to be equal to Z21 by Z11. So we can express this Z parameters in terms of G parameters also. So, and our next equation is, so now let us obtain the other parameters, that is G12. So where G12 here, which is equal to, you can write G12. Now let us consider the first equation where at V1 is equal to 0. So to obtain the G12, we have to make the input port as short circuit. That means V1 is equal to 0. If V1 is equal to 0, this is going to be equal to 0. This term is going to be equal to 0. So then we are going to have I1 is equal to G12 into I2. So if I1 is equal to G12 into I2, then we are going to have G12 as, we can write G12 as I1 by I2. This G12 as I1 by I2. If this V1 is equal to 0, this term is going to be equal to 0. Then we can write G12 is equal to I1 by I2 and V1 is equal to 0. So V1 is equal to 0 means here, so this is a parameter of short circuit. And this I1 by I2 is nothing but the ratio of the current ratio. Like previously we got the voltage ratio and here we are getting the current ratio. That means here I1 by I2, that input to the output. It is also a transfer function, but it is a reverse transfer function because it is the ratio of the input to the output. If it is the ratio of the output to the input, we can write it as the forward transfer function, but here it is a reverse transfer function. That is, it is nothing but the gain of the current and it is known as the reverse current gain. Reverse current gain, and also we can term it as V1 is equal to 0. That means here it is also known as the short circuit reverse current gain. Short circuit reverse current gain. And the short circuit reverse current gain can also be expressed in terms of the Y parameters because it is the ratio of the currents. We can also express in terms of the Y parameters because Y parameters here, we know that Y12 is equal to, because we know that Y12 is nothing but, what is Y12 here? Y12 is equal to, so let me write over here. We know that Y12 is equal to, for this one, we know that Y12 is equal to, Y12 as, it is the ratio of I1 ratio of I1 Y12 is the admittance parameter and it is the ratio of I1 to the V2 and divided by, and Y22 is nothing but the ratio of I2 divided by the V2 because it is a admittance parameter. I2 divided by V2. So now here from this ratio you can see here this denominator is nothing but the V2 and this side denominator is nothing but the V2, and this one is going to get cancelled here, and thereby we are going to have I1 by I2. I1 by I2. So that means here this one we can write it as a Y12 divided by Y22. So that means this G parameter G12 can also be expressed in terms of Y parameter as the ratio of Y12 to the Y22. Y12 to the Y22. That means here it is the admittance. Which admittance it is? I1 by divided by V2 is one of the admittance here, and this is the other one admittance. Transfer admittance here. Reverse transfer admittance and the forward transfer admittance. Ratio of the reverse transfer to the forward transfer impedance is nothing but here the short circuit reverse current gain. The other parameter that is nothing but here, which is nothing but G22. So G22 can be obtained by making the V1 is equal to 0. So from the second equation you can see here V1 is equal to 0, this term is going to be equal to 0. If this term is going to be equal to 0, then V2 is going to be equal to G22 into I2. If V2 is equal to G22 into I2, then we can write G22 as V2 by I2. So V2 by I, V by I is nothing but the impedance. V by I is nothing but the impedance, and it is nothing but the V2 by I2. So both are corresponds to the output. So it is nothing but the output impedance. As we obtained this output admittance at V1 is equal to 0, then means it is nothing but the short circuit output admittance. Short circuit output admittance. And this is nothing but the same value we can write it as the Z22, where Z22 is also known as the V2 by I2. So that means here the G22 is also is expressed in terms of the impedance. So that means in these G parameters, that is nothing but the conductance parameters, we are having a admittance parameter, and we are having a current ratio. That means here we are having a reverse current gain factor, and in this also we are having a voltage ratio. That means here forward voltage gain, and the other one is the impedance. We are having a combination of all the admittance, impedance, and the current gain, voltage gain. That means the current ratios, voltage ratios, everything we are having in this conductance parameters. So that is the reason why it is also comes under the hybrid parameters, but it is also known as the inverse hybrid parameter, because H11 is going to be the in that when we gone through the H parameters, H11 we got it as the input. Sorry, there we got it as the impedance parameter, input impedance parameter. Whereas here it is we are going to have the current gain here, but there we are having the voltage gain. In H21 is here. H21 is nothing but the current gain, but G21 is the voltage gain here, and H22 is the admittance, but G22 is we got it as the impedance parameter. So just it is the roles are the parameter, impedance became impedance and voltage became current and current became voltage. That means it is nothing but the inverse of the parameters. So that is the reason why it is known as the inverse hybrid parameters. So hybrid means it's a combination of different parameters. So that means the combination in the sense we are having a impedance parameters, admittance parameters, voltage ratios, current ratios. So that is the reason why it is known as the, it is one of the hybrid parameters, that is the inverse hybrid parameter. So these are coming to our H parameter, G parameter expressions. G parameter expressions. So from these expressions or the equations, we are having the equations. I am taking the same equations. I1 is equal to. So I1 input side is the I1. So that means here I am taking as the Norton's equivalent. As output is the V2 here. We are going to measure the voltage at the output. So that is the reason why we are taking the Thevenin's equivalent at the output. This is the equivalent circuit. So where I1 is equal to, this is the I1, which is equal to G11 into I1 plus G12 into I2. So G12 into I2 here I have represented as the current source because G12 is nothing but, so what is G12? G12 is the ratio of the current. So that means here this is going to represent the current only. Right? So that is the reason why here we have used the current source. So it is giving the Norton's equivalent because we are measuring the, when we are measuring the current, we are going to consider the Norton's equivalent. When we are measuring the voltage, we are going to consider the Thevenin's equivalent. So here at the second equation, you can see here V2 is equal to G21 V1. So this is the loop where we are having. So G21 V1, because G21 is nothing but the ratio of the forward, or we can say it as the forward transfer ratio of voltages V2 by V1, and here we are having a V1. So this is nothing but the finally you are going to have this as the V2, so which is equal to V2 over here. So that is what we are measuring here. So it is nothing but, so V2 is equal to G22 into I2. This is the G22 into I2. G22 into I2. This G22 into I2 is going to be represented using the impedance parameter because G22 is nothing but the V2 by I2. V2 by I2 into I2. So obviously we are going to have the voltage over here. So this is going to be, that is the reason why I have represented this conductance parameter. Conductance. So that is the reason why we have defined using the resistive element, resistive parameter. So G22 into I2 plus G21 into V1. This is how we are going to obtain the equivalent circuit of a from the G parameter equation. So these are the references which I have gone through for making this presentation. So Chakrabarti A, circuit theory, analysis and synthesis, and Van Valkenburg, network analysis. These are the different textbooks. So Sudhakar Shyam Mohan S. Pali, circuits and networks, analysis and synthesis. So this is from McGraw-Hill. So these are the three different textbooks which we are, which I have referred and I have considered for making the presentation. So thank you very much.